that I was today years old. For the first time in my life, I had that moment and I was truly flabbergasted. Hi, everyone. I haven't filmed in so long that I totally forgot everything. I even forgot my setup. I'm looking at myself now and I'm like, this is not what I used to look like. This is not where the camera used to go. But we're gonna go with it since you can see my face. And for the first time, you guys are seeing my hair in its natural state. Not manipulated whatsoever. I normally have it braided or in like buns. And right now, it's not in buns. It's not braided. It's just as is. I washed it last night and oiled my scalp this morning, but that's all I did. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I love my hair. I love my hair, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Today we're gonna do a semester recap. Um, it's gonna be an interesting one. There's currently an ant stuck in a clear box, and it's so miserable. Shame. I feel bad for it, but I'm not sorry. Okay, so it is 2022 and it is July. The second semester begins next week. Today is the, hold on, I'll tell you the date today. Should be like the 14th or something. Oh, yeah, it's the 14th. Yeah, it's the 14th of July. School begins on the 18th. And only now am I filming a semester recap. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it because it's been a semester. So first of all, the semester began in a very weird way. um, I wasn't registered until the very last day of registration. It wasn't a problem with me. Wasn't a problem with finance or anything like that. Everything was good. Everything was good to go. But I just wasn't registered until the very. So I was like kind of scared. I was like, are you guys gonna register me? Who's in charge of this? So already we were off to an anxious start to the semester. And on top of that, I was still going to lessons for my driver's license. I finally got my driver's license. Thank the good Lord. I'll talk about that in a different video. But I was already stressed. I was already anxious. For those who don't know, I've always struggled with anxiety since 2016. I was diagnosed in 2016. Let me put it that way. I was diagnosed in 2016 with generalized anxiety disorder. And so I was already anxious as being on the road. I mean, I was driving, I was doing okay, but I was already anxious. And then I wasn't registered on time. I was just like, my goodness gracious, this is not working out. And now, normally, I'm at home over the holidays before school begins. And so I have time to just breathe and be away from people because I also have social anxiety. But this time around, that did not work out because I was constantly around people. Constantly around people. It took a toll on me. I felt like I just wanted to escape to a private island somewhere and just be alone for weeks straight, not talk to anyone, not even have the internet, and just stay there. Just stay there and eat and sleep and read books. That's what I wanted to do, but we don't always get what we want. You can't have your cake and eat it. So, I was already very anxious. That happened, and yeah, I just never calmed down. I was just in an anxious state the entire time. Come the end of March, closer to the end of March, I could actually feel it building up, but didn't think it was such a big deal until something huge happened. So we had four assignments due over a span of 2 weeks, I think. And yeah, everything just went downhill. My entire world came crumbling down. It wasn't even anything significant that happened. I just had such horrible anxiety and I just didn't know what to do. And my conversion disorder kicked in so bad that I would start working and I would get stressed instantaneously. and then my heart, I'd have heart palpitations. I would get a headache. I'd have cramps. I'd struggle to breathe. Like, it wasn't anything. I was not sick. It was just all psychological. And I'm laughing now because I realize how, I mean, I find it so stupid. I can't we just deal with our emotions? Like, can't we find a different way to deal with our emotions? Like, body, can we work a deal out? Can we work something else out? But alas, there's nothing I can do about it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. And especially when I start experiencing it, like, there's nothing, I can't go back and undo it. Just have to deal with what comes and, I don't know, wing it basically. That's what I've been doing. And so how I did that this year was in April. When I spoke up about it, I went to see a psychologist at the school and I was like, "Hey, so I know what's happening, but I just need help. I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what's happening. I've had this before. This is not new, but this is the first time that it has happened in a couple of years. No, it wasn't even a couple of years, it was a couple of months. Last year I never struggled with it. In 2021, so many ants here. In 2021 I didn't have a big, like, I never had that huge episode. Like, it was all like small stomach cramps and it's gone, and just a headache here and then it was gone. This time around it was huge, and I went to the psychologist and I was like, I know what's happening. I just feel like I need to talk, because maybe if I talk, it'll help me out or something. But then I went to talk to her. I'll talk about that in a different video. So I realized that we're not making it out alive, not this way, not at this rate. So what I did was I went and spoke to the psychologist, went to talk to my lecturers. Luckily, my lecturers are some of the most understanding humans in this world, on this planet. Like, they were so kind and so understanding. I went and spoke to them. I was like, hey, the work that we still have to submit, could I have an extension, please, like a few days, because of this situation that I'm in. There's nothing I can do about it, and I would rather talk about it and have them know what's happening than keep it to myself and not submit stuff at all. So I'd rather have them be submitted late if they agree than not submit stuff and not do very well at all, actually. So I spoke to them and they were all very understanding. They're like, oh yeah, yeah, please take your time. Another one was like, I need a timeline. I need a timeline to work with, and we worked it out and it went okay. Within 3 weeks I was back to a point where um I could work without stressing myself out as much, and I had calmed down significantly. I was still struggling with my anxiety, but I guess I just didn't have a lot of stress anymore. Um, just talking to them actually helped, because I was stressing about the actual schoolwork, and I don't know whatever else it was that was stressing me out. And then I was also stressing about being late. So what, and them not knowing what's happening. So once they knew what was happening and they were like, okay, I will give you extensions. It was so incredible. It felt so much better. It felt like I could breathe easier. It was really awesome. It was really incredible. I'm so thankful for them. God bless them with all their hearts' desires. It was so incredible, and we managed to finish the semester, and it was good. It was good. And then along the way, we stumbled across some other stuff. But I think with my lectures, I had quite a good experience. Last year, I didn't have a great experience with one of the lectures for one of my other modules. And I, to this day, dislike the man. I dislike him with everything that is contained within me. I dislike him with a passion. Every time somebody talks about them, somebody, like last year I was in second year, this year I'm in third year. And I actually didn't say that. I actually didn't say that. I'm in my third year and I'm studying community development at the University of the Free State. I forgot to say that. I forgot to say that. This was the first semester, obviously, and I'm now going into the second semester. Everybody who talks about that man who takes that second year module and talks about him, I look at them and I'm like, I hate that man. Can we not talk about that man? I don't want to talk about that man. I do not like that. I do not like that man. Okay, I don't like that man. There are very few people in my life, not even in my life, there are very few people in this lifetime that I am very, very opposed to, and he's one of the top, probably top 10 people that I really, 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 really do not like. And I'm like, I hope I never have to hear about you again. I hope I never see your face. I hope I never have to talk about you and or ever talk to you. I don't like him. I do not like him. I do not like him. Although I wish him all the best, it's fine. I don't hate him. I just don't like him. Just don't want to talk about him. I don't have to like him. I don't like him at all. And yeah, I'm very glad that I'm not taking any of his modules this year, because if I was, I would need a whole lot of Jesus to just to keep me composed. Just to keep me composed. Okay, I don't like him. Never want to talk about him again. Never want to see his face again. I actually don't know his face, which is good. It was online learning. Never got to see him. And I'm like, good. Because I never want to see you. Because every time I see him, if I saw him, if I knew what he looked like, and then every time I would see somebody who resembles him, even vaguely, I would not want to talk to that person. So right now, I'm like, it's fine. I don't know his face. I don't want to know his face. Don't ever want to see his face, because already people who have his name, either his surname or his first name, I already feel like, it's a red flag. You got that name, you got that surname. I don't want you around. I don't want to be friends with you. Don't want to be with you. So yeah, he did a number on me. It's been a year, like more than a year, and I'm still salty about it. I'm very, very salty about it. Like, I'll admit, I'm very, very salty about it. I don't like that man, and yeah. But this year I had very understanding lectures. I've both of them have, okay, there's three. All three of them have taught me before, so I guess that kind of helped, because it kind of gives you an idea. I think having had someone teach you before, you kind of have an idea what they like, what they don't like, and you can behave accordingly. But with all my lectures, they're very kind, very understanding. In the moment, it's not fun, but afterwards, you're like, huh, that was great. I loved it. I don't know how to describe that. It's a bit of a complicated matter. Um, I think I get really anxious whenever we're given a task. I get really anxious about it, and I think to myself, how am I gonna approach this? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it? And I start doing it, and there's a lot of uncertainty. But then I get it done. I'm like, that was very fun. I really, really like that. I really, really like that. So it was good. It has been a great semester, except for that one hiccup. But anyway, I came down from all the anxiety. We submitted all our assignments and assessments, and I was devastated. Not gonna lie, I was devastated for a couple of hours. And then after that, I decided, you know what, screw it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. There's nothing I can do about it now. Now all I can do about it is look forward to more assessments, and work hard on those assessments, because if it's already in the past, then I can't go back. There's a saying that I heard for the first time. It was probably like in grade 2 or something, and it went, there's no use crying over, it is no use crying over spilled milk, or there's no use crying over spilled, but you get what I'm saying. And I thought, there's nothing I can do about it. If I stress about it now, worry about it now, it's not like I can go back in time and go change that. There's nothing I can do about it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Let's just keep it moving. I think I failed to mention earlier that I had 4 modules this semester. So I had 2 semester modules. One was a theory module, and the other one was a project management module. And then the other 2 modules that I had were your modules. One of them is a research module, and the other one is a practice module. So yeah, the other 2 modules, it went well. Didn't get what I wanted. Didn't get the marks I wanted with both of them. I didn't get the marks I wanted. And but yeah, I'm okay with it. There's nothing I can do about it now. It's gone. It's over. It's over. I'm just gonna take what I have and run with it. But I didn't get to where I wanted, but I did okay. I think I did above average with both of them. I hope. And yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I did well. And we'll see what the next semester has in store for us. With one of the modules, we had to create a project. I've never had this much trouble coming up with idea. I'm normally a very creative person. Will come up with ideas, especially when I'm writing stuff. I'll come up with ideas very quickly. But this time around, I was just so stuck. I felt like we had so much freedom to do what we wanted that I didn't know where to begin. Which was weird because I don't like things that are structured in the first place. I don't do very well with things that are structured. I like coming up with my own ideas and doing my own thing, but this time around it was so difficult. But we had to come up with a project for one of the assessments that we had. We had to come up with a project and have like an entire plan. So we had a template of a plan, and so we had maybe the problem was with the template. We don't know. We don't know what the problem what but we had to do that. It was a lot. Another notable assessment that we had was for our practice module, and we had to create almost a website. Basically we basically created a website, and we used Google Sites, which I didn't know Google Sites was a thing. I've i've always i've always seen the icon when you go on your Chrome using your desktop. I've always seen the icon whenever I want to access my Google Docs or my Google Sheets or slides, but I've never cared about it. Like it was never. I never worried about it. It was just like okay, eh, whatever. And we had to use it, and I was like, wow, I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb. I could have used it long ago. I mean, I could have easily had a blog. Maybe I'll have one if I feel motivated to do one. But it was it felt I felt, when you that that I was today years old. For the first time in my life I had that moment, and I was truly flabbergasted. I feel like all the other times that I've used that, it's always been minor things, but this time around I was truly flabbergasted. I was like, oh, I feel so. I don't know, when did this start? When did Google start having Google Sites where you could have all these crazy things? Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. There's a lot that I still need to learn. And you can. What really made me angry about that is that you can't use it on your phone unless you can now. But back then, when I did this, it was probably around May or April. You couldn't use it on your phone. Like there wasn't a mobile app for it. I'm like, Google, you gotta do better. There's gotta be a mobile app for it. We have a mobile app for Google Docs. We have a mobile app for Google Sheets and slides. Let's get one for Google Sites. How about that? How about that? Even if maybe people can't access your site or your blog using the app, we should at least have that app so we can edit on it our sites and all. I just feel like it's very inconvenient to always have to go on your desktop. Half the time I don't want to pull out my laptop. And Wi-Fi and data. Like it's so expensive to access the internet from your laptop if you don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have Wi-Fi and I have to hotspot my stuff. It's a lot. I don't know. I don't know why. It just takes up so much. Like, can't I just have it as an app on my phone? It really made me angry. I wasn't happy about that. But that was my semester. We'll see what the second semester has in store for us. Thank you for tuning into today's video. I love you all so much, all the way to the moon, around the sun, and back again. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter at _Smangela_. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.